Welcome everyone to HFN, also known as HueFin News. Today is March the 18th, 2021, and we're going to give you all an update on Nikola today. You guys can already tell I'm zooming in on the price chart. We got it wrong on our last price prediction in Nikola, which was on February the 8th. Now we're going to break that down as to at what point will we have realized that our prediction was wrong, so that we could actually minimize the impact of loss of profit. And we're going to break into where we expect the market in Nikola to go into the future, so that we can get in position again, try to get those soldiers back from the war, and also profit from the trap. All right, we need to win, and the only way that we can really win into the market is predicting where we expect price to be. I'm just going to be honest with you. Technical indicators, articles, earnings reports, fundamental analysis cannot aid us in winning in the markets. Predictions allow us to win. Now, in this particular situation, we didn't win. The trap won this one. So now we need to make sure we get right back into the game so we can beat them on the next round. So if you all appreciate it, hit the like button, share, subscribe, do your thing, just to show your appreciation for this channel, because we're here to teach, we're here to learn, and we're also here to win. So join us. So now let's talk about Nikola real quick. February the 8th was the last time we did our price prediction. Right here, the video is still in our Nikola playlist, so you can listen to it to see what we talked about in terms of the market maintaining that ascending line. And as you all can tell, maybe 3 or 4 days into the prediction, the market was still hinting at weakness. And I'm going to show you where we actually got that confirmation that the market in Nikola was still weak. And it was here. All right, so 2 days into our prediction, we would have kept the prediction on the table, but what occurred here on February the 10th lets us know that the market was not going to maintain price in the upward trend line. Right, 2 days, even on the 9th, the market traded below that ascending line. So those were indications that, okay, we might be in a wrong position. That was your indication to let us know that what we expected to occur on February the 8th was not going to happen. So you need to exit out the market, leave the store. You're not going to get the price that you expected it to go, and you find another play. Now that would have been, even though it would have been at a loss, we probably would have gotten out right there on the close of February the 11th, which is around 4%. 4% beats out. If you're still into the market today, it definitely beats out 30.5%. Does it? It sure does. So this is how you're able to maintain profitability, is that you read the markets. Now, it doesn't require 45 minutes reading articles, trying to place 15 technical indicators on your chart, just trying to garner if you're right. The trap always lets you know when you're right and when you're wrong. And he told us right here on February the 10th that we're wrong in our prediction and that you may want to adjust it. Right? So that's it. We learned that lesson. So now we need to figure out what's going to go on into the market in Nikola going forward so we can win the next one. So the first thing I wanted to show you is that the market in Nikola came all the way back down to a prior area of support, and I'm going to show you right here. The market in Nikola came and held support around $14, just like it did over here. That is the reason why we saw this market in Nikola bounce at 14, because we did it already here around December. So he told us that he was going to prop up the price in Nikola around 14. And I'm going to continually show you all that into the market. So we're here. Okay. We're going to expect the market in Nikola to at least going forward for a little while longer to hold $14 as support. It's in around that particular area. Okay. Now, where is restriction? That is the question we need to answer now to determine where is the market restriction at in Nikola. And it's actually already where we're at, right there around $17, $18. It's where the market restriction currently lies for Nikola. Okay, but over the last couple of 3-day price bars, I'm trying to circle it with my mouse. I really don't see that much weakness right now. If anything, Nikola is going to continue to trade in a range. And the sad part is that, you know, generally the market in Nikola is in a downtrend, right? We're seeing the market in a downtrend in Nikola. So even though we're holding support right now, the overall strength into the market in Nikola is not overly oppressive. So we're not looking like for a massive breakout to the upside in Nikola. If anything, we're going to continue to see this market continue to trade in between $20 as the long-term area of restriction back down to 14. Okay. Here on the weekly time frame, I do like what occurred on last week. To expect the market at least to try to come up to $18 to $20 as the area of restriction. Like I told you, we are not seeing this market in Nikola in a massive bullish trend. Okay, you can see it. We are in a descending triangle. So the market, if anything, from a weekly basis, is going to hit these areas here. No higher than 18, maybe 20. Might get a breakout to around $20, but that's about it. So we have to be real with ourselves as to how strong and how weak the market is in Nikola. And as of right now, we're in a descending triangle, right? So with all that being stated and said, we can still play the strength though. You know, we're not going to be oblivious to not think that the market in Nikola can't go higher. We're just going to be conservative into how high it can go. That's all, right? So literally $17, maybe even $18 as the area of restriction into the market in Nikola. Okay. So we're going to play that in Nikola. So let's see. So we already know that $14 needs to be maintained as support. If it breaks that to the downside, we realize that the market overly is weak. And I really think the market is going to try to break this descending line only to tag out right here around $18. It might fall a little bit lower. Which is around $17.85, give or take. We would definitely come into the market and skim off some profitability there of 9.25%. But I'm going to extend it up here just a tad higher. Towards $19.6870, which is 20%. All right. Ultimately, right there around $20 is the ultimate area of restriction of what we're seeing in terms of how high the market can go in Nikola. Of course, it could go higher than that. But when I look at the market on a weekly time frame, let me show you all this again. I will be looking at that would be the long-term area of restriction into the market in Nikola. Okay. So that's pretty much it. We're going to continue to play the strength into the market on this particular video, but not that much strength. So I really want to put that into context. TP, the first one is around $18. Next one is around $19.68 though. Okay. And so long as this market holds $14, we're going to trade sideways and increase the probability of it going higher. And that's it. So now it's your turn. Nothing complicated, relatively simple to see and understand as to how to read the market so that we can profit from it. So now I want you to tell me, where do you expect price to go for Nikola? And where would you take your profit at? Make sure you maintain a profitability. And as always, trade different.